Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope you feel good today. Um, Today I'm gonna write some epic emotional trailer music. It's for a real life job. So this gonna be published by a bigger publisher called Universal Music, and it will be a track featuring an female solo voice. So I'm writing this instrumental to get featured later with the solo voice, so I don't go full tilt. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it more emotional, silent, and sparse to still got some place for the vocal later. Okay, I hope you enjoy my screen. I don't gonna comment so much because I'm gonna focus on writing, but don't hesitate to ask me any questions in the chat, and I'll try to answer in between that. Okay, have fun. So basically, I composed 5 minutes ago a piano line already, and I'm gonna write on top track. So this is the main melody. So yeah, the basic idea behind this is we got a simple melody, which should be emotional, but I experienced that the simpler the melody is, the better the track gets into the head of the audience. And basically, we try to build now this track more and more to get it extremely epic and emotional. Okay, so let me do some changes on the piano at the beginning. And the second part, it's perfect. And the first part, I just did some kind of sketches here. Yeah, so I like this part more, the second one. And I'm gonna take out the complete first part here. And I'm gonna copy that. But I wanna have the first part different than the second part. Some tricks for emotional piano. I'm using the Winchester piano, which is great. And just put on top the Valhalla Shimmer reverb, then it's even greater then. Yeah, so I changed the first line. Let's listen again. The whole part, and basically the track gonna be around 2 minutes, 2:30. You see, I already sketched it here on the loop. Because we go for this track industry-like, so we don't gonna have 3 minutes or something. We don't need it here. Okay, let's listen again to get into the flow. Yeah, gonna do variation here. Back again. And I did other mistake. Back is, and then here basically the pattern is ending here. So a lot of beginner mistakes here. And listen back again. Thank you, Sylvain Bold. Appreciate. Nice. So this is the main pattern, which will be in the whole track. Can someone please write something again in the chat, because I changed something and I just want to make sure it's still working. Would appreciate very much if someone could write something in the chat right now. Okay, so we got the main pattern, and we're gonna set on top a little melody, and then we're gonna sketch this out with orchestra. Hi Hans, how you doing? Holy, this was a perfect wrong note. Let's start again. Okay, you're playing in C major, so I know it right now. Okay, this pattern right now is just to get a kind of flow for the melody later. We're gonna layer that with staccato strings, with legato strings, brass, percussion a little bit, and that kind of stuff. So it's not the end, and let's check again. Nice. And because we already know we want to have the final climax, a faster, bigger, bolder, we're gonna play a little bit faster piano line, kind of like. pattern, you know? Let's do that. Yeah, again, this is just a piano sketch we're gonna do here. Oh, was wrong. It's 16 notes. And yeah, so you will see later how this sounds when we go to full orchestra. Just let me check something at the end here. Something was wrong. Thank you, Seke. Thank you, Feel Beats, for the comments. So basically I sketched the track as a piano, the melody, and the slow build. So we're gonna go here as a small, intimate, emotional vocal track later. I'm gonna show you in another stream when I get the vocals back by someone very famous. It's Sylvia Navarro. She's writing a lot of music for Bleeding Fingers, but I was able to hire her as a vocalist on this track for later, so let's check that later. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna set the arrangement to what I like with some breaks in between for later, the downer and the riser stuff, etc. So I'm gonna put into the arrangement some breaks here. Yes, so I want to have here a downer on this. Now, like a boom, kind of, you know, very sparse, simple stuff. We don't want to go yet full power. We just want to set some accents here. So I'm gonna import out of my favorite folder, my favorite downers. Where is it? Wait. Oh, it's not there. Let's check again. Maybe on top. Ah, here it is. Get what's going on here. Out. Okay. And because I want to have that kind of ambient, set a big reverb on top. Let's guess which one. Shimmer. What else? Don't want to have that loud. And I need to cut beginning wave file so it's not clicking. Check smoothly how it's working. Nice. I'm gonna cut out some high frequencies maybe. Could be a little bit louder here. You See, pretty easy, fast sound design with stuff was available before. We did our own stuff out of it. So let me get this to the grid so I can move it always back and forward without any problems. Okay, let's check again. Looks perfect. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna set my folders for strings. String staccato. We're gonna go cello stack and violin stack. We don't need more here. And bass strings. And I start when I start sketching the orchestra, I always start with bass strings. My favorite patch for that is Metropolis Arc. Low strings, the sustain or 2. They're usually very loud. You see, extremely loud there. Let me put them down. Strings, bass, piano. Let's check for the sound. Yeah, this should work. Let's get something out. Maybe it's working directly from the beginning. So this is working great. You know, most people do some wrong stuff with bass strings. They try to write melodies with bass strings. I don't think this is possible. In my opinion, bass strings are there for getting the background. Let's get them legato. So they all are attached to each other. So bass strings, I think, shouldn't play a melody. So just in my opinion, okay. So I can copy that. I can forward. Okay. We're gonna put in the intro some ambience very soon. So just let's check how the transition is working for the beginning piano to the bass strings. So this is gonna be a session of 3 hours, expected for 3 hours right now. Nice ambience. And let's check for some kind of emotional pings in the intro. Less like, you know. Very easy stuff maybe. Check that. Maybe even similarly to a piano. Let me check what we could use here. Maybe from ADO we got a piano. There's a lot of options. What close, high, mic, ambient, hang harp. I think it could be something in the extra session here from the piano. Okay, the GUI is broken. Check that. So to get it ambient, like, we need a lot of reverb on it, definitely. Yeah, nice. It's the ambient echo of pass number 2 patch. Let me check if this might work, maybe. Yeah, you see, it's very sparse in the background, and it should be like this. Playback again. Yeah, to get a smoother intro, we could include some booms, some ambient booms, how I called it. Then we need again the reverb for that. The boom. It's some very sparse stuff, but it makes such a difference to get something like this in. And I got my own FX for that. Into hits, I think so. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. Let's make that a little bit louder. And then get the sound smoother and at the wave file again. Don't get clicks here. Okay. Align it to the grid. Check if this is already too loud. No, it isn't. Just see the difference. With boom, and without boom. You see, it's such kind of like a bass ambience or something, but I can tell you this makes such a difference in an arrangement. Just copy that now. Got it aligned to everything already, even if I don't use it. So let's check that. Nice intro so far. I want to have a transition to the next part with the riser. So let's include them. My favorite folder, risers. You see, that makes it so easy. Get stuff in if you already prepped for everything. I got a riser which I can use almost all the time, called hybrid. And everything is already aligned to 120 BPM, and we are working here in 60 BPM, so this is working as well. I want to have it smooth, so I just want to use the beginning here of the riser. Very, very ambient like, not loud, not harsh. Just to get a kind of transition into the next part. And again, I'm gonna put a big reverb on it to get it ambient like. And gonna cut out the high frequency so it's not too harsh. Let's see, this is working. Yeah, this works. It's just in the background, but this is working so far. So let's check if we maybe put in some cellos as well. Not quite sure if this works, but we're gonna do a test. What could we use for cellos? Check I use a lot of ADO stuff for strings because I'm used to it. Got some cello ensembles here. The grandiose I use a lot. Legatos. Check for that, how the sound is. Oh, whoa, whoa. Very, very loud and harsh. Check again. Yeah, this should work. Dilrai Singh, thank you so much. Elizabeth, oh, yes. Okay, let's sketch something with cellos, if this could work here in the arrangement, okay? Yeah, the second take for cellos works. You can see here clearly we got already a light melody, a light Faden, so called in German, a light melody, which is highly recognizable. This is my aim, to get the melodies into your head, you know, stuck into your head. So it's easy to recognize for the people and reliable. So let's check that again and mix maybe a little bit better into it. Nice warm feeling. Bum bum bum. I always got a trick for that kind of small ambient stuff. Let me check. I'm using a lot Olafur Arnold's chamber evolutions from Spitfire, and I just keep trigger on one note for that. So let's check that. It gives it the kind of like live ambience, you know, like a string on top which is moving all the time. But I buffed another library from Spitfire called Albio Neo. And let me check. I got something like this in there. Let me check if we maybe can include it here. Let's sketch a little bit with that, okay? I never have used it yet, so I need to find out what could fit here. Loud tandos, really nice. Or like the pulses here. This is kind of detuned, so this could work. We want to have it sparse in the background, nothing big, attentional, maybe, you know. Maybe Sol Tasto. Sol Tasto detuned might be maybe a little bit too much. So I'm fighting between long pulses. This could be something to blend in the second part, and for the beginning I would say super Sol Tasto. Yeah, like it. Let's try that. Let's name that properly. Did a mistake. We haven't moved everything, so let's sketch some. So let's sketch something with a Albio Neo Sol Tasto here. Yeah, you see, I did a trick. Basically, those are chamber strings, and I keep them always on a bass note. So we are writing in C major, so E is always working, and I want to have those two notes playing the whole track. This is something moving in the background, giving a kind of a live ambience and emotional feeling, I like to say. So I'm gonna make it as long as the track is right now. Gives a really nice blending ambience. And I'm gonna start the strings before the track gonna start to get a kind of introduction directly. Okay, very small tricks I do here. But again, this makes so much difference in the whole track later. And thank you, Soundcloud Music. Great to see you here. Thank you, Elizabeth West. You're a dancer. Great to see. Corinna Seshilario, nice to see you again in the chat here. So I can expect a live composing session the next 2.5 hours. But then I'm done with the track instrumental here. Okay, let's listen again. I recognize already too much melody at the beginning. We want to have this sparser, like this, you know, like dong dong. See, this should work maybe. See, we got now a much smoother introduction into the theme. We don't go fully directly with the melody. Just give a kind of introduction to it. Let's play back again and see what else we're gonna add. Nice vibe, and we just have kind of like 5 to 6 channels here. So we need staccato strings. So I got also a new library from Spitfire called Symphonic Motions, I think. Say something with symphonic motions, with not pre-recorded staccato stuff, but you can change it totally. That's not pre-recorded lines, it's just pre-recorded MIDI patterns. Okay, so let's see if we can get it in there. Nice. Thank you, Feel Beats. Hope you like it. We just need to find right now a pattern which is working in a track. Let's just get it properly from the loudness. Because this is too loud. So kind of like this. And I need to check now what could work here. Anyhow, I was able to check them all in a line. Let me look how this is working again. No. Bit too much. Oh, I see. Yeah, this is good. We just need it to be very sparse. Okay, so we are building more and more, and I want to introduce here maybe in this part already the staccato cellos. Okay, let's call it stuck cellos. Simple. Oops. Let's save the project. See, I can play the whole range, but let's check how we can get it in there. It's almost unhearable at the moment in the mix, but this is not a problem yet. We're gonna mix that better into the track. Let's just get the midis to a legato mode, and it just should be staccato sparse at the moment in the background to give a kind of ambience. You know, in an orchestra, the stuck cellos are not so loud if you don't have any kind of war tracks or something. And I wanna have it such like a basement background. Till now, let's check how this is sounding with the full stuck cellos, violas, and violins in there. There you can hear it just like dum 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 dum, but we're gonna go more full power to the end. Just let it in right. We let it in like right. Oh low. We let it in right now. How it is. I'm gonna sketch a little bit more to that. Usually I use the fluid stacks from performance samples. Check ready. Here we go. We just need the violence right now. check for the sound. Stuff. And we need to pan them 25% to the left. Have a nice stereo spread here. Let's sketch something. Yeah, let's get this in as a sketch. I think it's 16 notes. Yeah, it is. Okay. And I want to have a nice big ambient reverb again on this one. So I turned it up. Let's check again how it's sounding, and let's get it straight into the mix by mixing it in. Thank you, Elizabeth. I like that idea by having those in the mix, or kind of like, anyhow, this gives me feeling like the soundtrack of Romeo and Juliet. You know, this track, I'm Kissing You, I think. Something like this. And maybe we're gonna bring those short staccato notes at the beginning for getting some kind of this feeling, you know? I don't know if you understand what I mean. Sometimes I don't understand it either, but let's check it. Yeah, this is definitely working. And just let's call that Fluid Stacks Ambience. I think I want to have that through the whole track. Maybe not at the end, but it is generating such a nice ambience here. Let's just copy that right now to the whole track and let's check how this is working, okay? And I realized from the piano, we don't need that one. We still can go sparser. Let's check again. Thank you, Elizabeth and Feel Beats. Great to see you like it. And this is gonna be the part where we're gonna go full power. And let's mimic some higher strings here. So I wanna have this part from the stuck strings playing doubled 1 octave higher. Check where this is. And we're gonna bring in here horns and brass. You know, let's check that. Yeah, and those symphonic strings here are sounding too harsh in the mix. Let's take them a little bit down. Got a nice drop out for my audio interface. Usually this shouldn't be, but sometimes this happens. And we take out the high melody here. So let's check again from the beginning and then we start to sketch maybe faster violin parts and go then to the brass and percussion and choirs. Yeah, nice. So I can tell you already this in this part here gonna come in horns or maybe tubas and later horns, but we definitely gonna introduce here violins. And this is one of my favorite patches. Check for it. ADO violins. I just need to name the channels so I don't get lost later. And drop already down the volume because they are very harsh in the mix. Boom, boom, boom. ADO, ADO. I do a lot of marketing here for you. Strings. Agitato. It's called Agitato Violins. Legato Violin Ensemble here. Channel number 7, and it needs auto speed and auto chord and a Mancini patch. Has already a nice bow. Listen to that. So rich and full of sound. I never had a patch which is sounding so good by itself. Let's get some violins in there. Isn't it nice? Still too loud, and I have the wrong bow technique here. But we can fix that so easily, so we need more reverb on that to get it more ambience-like again. We are doing a kind of ambient emotional trailer track with top voice on it. We get Sylvia Navarro on it, who wrote on the soundtrack for Alien Worlds on Netflix. She has such a great elvish voice, and basically we are composing that, or I'm composing that for her voice. So I checked before her voice what is fitting for her, and so I'm composing with that in mind, you know. So let's check again. I don't think we need the violins directly from the beginning. We don't want to go too much full power. And just let me save some CPU power here. I got the wrong settings, so I hope you still can hear me after I put that knob. Still there? Yeah. Wait. And still hear the AEW. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay, let's go again into the track. You see, it's a lot of back and forth, but I need it as a composer to still make sure I got the vibe I want to have into the track. Okay, check that. And I just know in this part here in the end, I'm gonna introduce some bass piano again, just to get a kind of outro. Okay, so we even go the 3 minute, almost 3 minute path, which is almost too long to me. I'm very lazy. I like to write 2 minute tracks because they're faster done. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, totally like the vibe. And when we go, I get a little bit goosebumps. How's with you? Elizabeth Reff, I always thought that you make the most uplifting music. Thank you. I just, I haven't composed music since middle of December. And when I go into a new track after a break, like this, a holiday break or something, I always fear I'm not able anymore to write any good music. So I get goosebumps when I get something done like this. And right now we are at 1 hour. So I think we're gonna finish the track at 3 hours or something. But let's see how we end. Maybe I mess it up at the end, okay? So again, we got here transition. As you can see here, the cuts. These are always new parts coming in. I got everything for myself organized wisely. So I see I get here a new part, here a new part. I want to go more full power. And I don't want to have the piano here playing ding, 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 just one note to get more attention to the riser and the other stuff. And again, maybe I bring here the downer and here the downer and here the downer again. Let's see how this is sounding. Very nice. Very nice. I didn't have the microphone muted, so it sounds a little bit face right now. I'm sorry. Happy New Year, Oscar Piraguata. Christopher Wilbert. Hey, nice to see you. Yeah, so my intention was today to work. So I'm working right now for a new Universal Music trailer album. Kind of like I got free option to do what I wanted to do. That's very fun. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the stream. And let's build. I would say we got right now enough strings. Even you see, I like to work small and not with extremely big stuff in there. But let's get me out some instruments here because I need some CPU, more CPU power at the moment because I'm using the wrong settings, unfortunately. And I fear to change that right now because it could lead to that you cannot hear my stream anymore. So let me take out instruments I definitely don't need for this arrangement, like big synths or something. And we don't need 3 instances of contact. You see how my CPU power is dropping. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy it. See, this is gonna be the final climax. This part here I'm circling, but we need brass. And like I got my favorite brass from my experience I'm using. Most of you might have that as well. And we're gonna use here tubas. And my favorite tubas are from Metropolis Arc. It's the Arc tubas Sustenance. Very simple, but effective. Got them here. Channel number 8, you see. We just got 8 channels right now. And try to achieve big emotions with very simple emotional stuff. So let me get the tubas in the background. -15 maybe at the moment. And we got the reverb already on it. Let me check how it sounds. Yeah. I'm not sure if we're gonna bring them in here with the stack strings coming in, or maybe in the second part, but it will be simple lines like the lines from the bass strings, I would say. So basically I could copy over the bass strings to get the tubas done, but let me play them in and check how it's sounding. Great having you here, all people, and again, Happy New Year, and yeah, great having you here in the chat. You see, a very simple line. And I just doubled them with even lower tubas in the middle part. It's not so prominent in the mix, so not in front in the mix, but let me play it back to you with and without. Okay, so we play it now without tubas. Makes just a subtle, deep ambience. So this is with tubas. And this is now without tubas. Not sure if you can hear that, but it's just that subtle blow and deafness of the tubas coming in, and gives such a nice fullness to the track. We don't got synths here, so we need to mimic some low EQ frequencies, and we don't need to mimic them because we're working with the orchestra here. And so naturally wise, we use for the press, for the low press, the tubas in here, okay? But we also gonna use the horns. I always prep myself a patch called Metropolis Arc Monster Press. And just let me name the channel. Usually I take them down to also 15 or 12 something. Let's go to 15 right now. It's a patch I do out of, let me check, Königsberger Chimbassis Sustenance from Metropolis Arc, and from Bones Sustenance. So I layer them both on the same channel, audio and MIDI channel, and just listen how this is sounding. You hear, gives it such a power vibe. Could even layer them sometimes with some Albion Ingeni Monster Press, but let's check. But I think we're gonna bring them in here, in the middle part, and then introduce at the end part horns in a melody. Let them play the melodies, okay? Let's check. Working? So I just can guess, but I hope it's working. Yeah, Corinna, tuba staff, that's right. And we're gonna make it even a little bit more beefier with the Monster Press patch I did here. And at the end, I want to layer on top a third register here. So I got the low ones, the mid ones, and I'm gonna bring in also the high ones to still got more going on in the final climax, but we're gonna introduce much more to that later. But still trying to keep it simple, to have the simple emotions as I explained to you before. The simple melodies and the simple arrangements are those who keep in mind. Anyhow, I don't know why, because maybe it's not complicated to understand. So yeah, let's check that. You can feel the power when the monster burst patch here is coming in the third register with C0, C1, C3. This is giving some kind of extra beefness. And I want to layer the violin line with horn melody line. You know, I'm playing the same melody as the violin, maybe almost the same, with the horns. And this is always a good idea, because both instruments are working perfectly together. But again, we need to do it sparse, not too heavy. Always do the patch here. Playing it deep, maybe. And the horns are always panned 25% on the right side for me. Let's get the melody here at the end with the horns. Okay, with the melody horns. It's an additional patch to that. You can see here, got a solo patch for that. Not a solo, but yeah, an extra patch for the melody. Let's check that. very bad played, but kind of like I want to have it, and it definitely needs to be louder in the mix. So let me push that 2 dBs and edit the MIDI here. Let me check how long the violins are playing. Even haven't worked anyhow with modulation or express or something. I just try to figure that out by the patches. Mr. Wilbert, yeah, Metropolis Arc is great to me. The others I don't like so much, I need to say. Let's check now the horn melody here. Coming in here. Just want to have the start quantized. Okay, let's check that. Working so great together, the violence with the horns, okay. No, I never worked for 12 Titans and I never was in contact with them. Unfortunately, maybe in the future, who knows. Corinna, save some breath power for the climax. Exactly. That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm building them slowly. I even could maybe build them a little bit slower. But let's check again. I need to repeat the track. Check. And I still want to have the percussion in there. And we still need to save in our head. We get the vocal voice performance by Silvia Navarro on that. So we need to save place for the vocals, definitely. Okay, let me check the track again. You see, I just did a small trick. I took out the piano melody here, the final climax, to give a better focus on the orchestra. And this is stuff I always do in the final climax. I don't take more to the final climax. I even go sometimes a little bit more in the background to give the focus then some other instruments. Yeah, I think orchestra is working so far great together. So we're gonna go right now. We don't need more staccato strings or anything else. We keep it simple like that. We go now the percussion way. And maybe we can use Damage 2. I really love the Armageddon kit from Damage 2. It's so flexible. I used it in so many projects. Can't promise yet, as always, but it worked so great. Such trailer stuff I did before for other people. We don't want to have that full power, extremely epic percussion. We want to have that sparse again, okay? Let's check Damage 2. Yeah, the reverb is too big here. Gonna go a little bit back, otherwise it's too blurry in the mix. This would be almost full power. Let me sketch something in there for percussion. Percussion hits on beat 1, 2, 3, etc. sparse stuff. And if we can get it in. As always, I did too much. But I think it's better to have too much instead of too less. Okay, so 60 notes. Quantize them. Check if we can get them properly into the mix. But it's a little bit too much from the drums, I would say. What do you say? Oh, I muted the whole piano. I got a feeling it's fitting anyhow. It's not that bad. Even if we go a little bit more full power at the end. But I'm gonna introduce some classical orchestral percussion like timpani and timpani crashes to make it more beefier, okay? Yeah, maybe the loudness. Automate from the MIDI, you mean? Yeah, let's check. We can get it done like this. We're gonna play back the whole track again to get a feeling if it's fitting, because when we play back just a part, we don't know if it's good attaching to the whole track, okay? Yeah, just push the high EQs instead of the volume. So you can see I'm working more with high percussion here at the end. So it's pushing more the volume of the high percussion. And just, I think the chat left me right now. Are you still there? And I want to go more triples here at the end on the percussion. Let's check that. One half a, you know, tripled. This could be wrong. Let's check that. You know that should work. the chat still working? Can you write something in the chat? Because anyhow, I got here messages that 14 minutes ago, 10,000 people followed me on Facebook, which is strange. This is not normal. And the multi-stream just picked out all people in the stream. Let me check on YouTube. Very fast right now before we go on. Oh yeah, you're still there, I can see. Perfect. Okay, again, Corinna, I just EQ'd the percussion here a little bit. So the high frequencies I'm using here, the high percussion at the end, are more hearable. So this gets like a feeling there's more percussion going on here. I'm gonna add here in this part orchestral crashes, get more beef to this. And for this, I'm using the play engine. Very old EWQL stuff. But this is still sounding so good to me. So, and I never had problems with that. So let's check. We also need the hits. I'm gonna put them in already, the timpani hits, to give it that orchestral beef timpani sound in the background. And we need the crashes. I used little down crash for that always. So let me check timpani. Nice, but much too loud. Timpani. Let me take that back. I think those we use in the middle to give it the bass, and maybe at the end. But again, we need to make sure it's not too heavy again. Timpani and crash. Let me check if the crashes are working. Everybody awake right now? Need to take that 20 dB. Crash. I also want to have my go-to reverb on that. Have it playing much longer in the mix. You know, to have a wing out in the mix. And it's sounding like this. So let me get this in here in the end part and then maybe go to the timpani if we need them. That's it. Very simple line from the crashes. Nothing more. Maybe a little bit louder. And let's play a little bit with the timpani on top. The EWQL, it's still from the old symphonic orchestra from, I don't know, 2010 or something. Still so good stuff. I never have found a timpani sounding so rich like them. could even take the close mic to it to have it more even closer in the mix, you know, but it's too heavy. So let's play them in. Maybe we want this part and then get it more beefy at the end. Yeah, it's not so beefy, but the timpani itself gives the track a nice ambient background tone. You see, at the beginning, I'm using that almost like a keyboard, and it's getting the track a more realistic, even more beefier feeling, okay? So let me check if I can quantize that, because it's a lot of different patterns playing here. Should be 16 notes. Let's check that, okay? It's working fine so far to me. I'm thinking of getting an e-guitar at the end in maybe for the high line, you know? Not sure. Kind of like time Hans Zimmer like dum 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 playing a plug, you know. Let's call the drums, and we still need to crash. Should we not? Even maybe bring in the drum kit at the end. I rarely did that. Kind of 2 steps from hell like. This could be too much, but let's check the drum kit for Metropolis Arc. I have that used in another track of mine, but just one time. Percussion. It's anywhere. I think it's in band. Garde Schützen drum set. Check if we get it in. You know, like 2 steps from her Nick Phoenix, like doom doom chick, kind of drum kit, like. Let me play a little bit around it. Yeah, let's play in a bass pattern. Not that bad, it's even fitting. But the crashes on top are a little bit too loud. Let me take them out for now and just check for the bass kit mix. Let's take out a little bit of reverb. Let's check the mix again. Yeah, it's fitting. What do you think? Not yet there in the mix, right? But let's call that 12. bass, snare, drum kit, hi-hat, and we need to separate it from each other, control the mix. So let's load in the drum kit 2 times per MIDI. Let's check that again. And here we're just gonna have the hi-hat. Let's see if we can get them straight into the mix. I like it, and I think we need to work out some e-guitars to that. So let me get my e-guitar in tune. Get in my favorite plugin for that, Guitar Wig. And we are using Rammstein stuff, I would say. Rammstein products, Vampire. Working great for that. Let's check for solo, Vampire lead, Vampire. Lead, let's get the lead A in. And the reverb. And just let me tune right now the guitar. I'm sorry, guys. The guitar was totally out of tune. So let's check if we can get some guitar in there. Let's play a little bit with that. Yeah, I think this works in the mix anyhow, and it's fitting the arrangement. The preset Corinna is called from Vampire. Vampire Lead A with a lot of Valhalla Shimmer reverb on it. Let's get it into the mix. Okay, we need to separate the beginning here from the end, because both have different loudness, and I don't wanna right now a loudness automation. I don't like that at all, need to say. So I'm just gonna make a second copy of that and make it louder and maybe better in the mix. Let's check again. But works fine so far to me, especially with the violins. Yeah, the end is not in time because I haven't used the click, unfortunately. And this is now a great way to show you some audio preparation. I like the solo at the end, but I want to have it staying on this line. Let's check again. On this note here. And we can change that in Cubase with very audio. Let's play it back again. Okay. And I'm even playing the wrong note here, but we're gonna change that right now. Surprise, surprise. You can fix that in Cubase. So we want to change this note here, this single note. Okay. Let's go to top left, very audio. We change that right now. Like we would change MIDI. Okay, I think it's this note here. Check again. Oh, sorry, microphone was muted. We want to have that playing in D instead of an E. So I'm simply gonna move that down to a D. Let's check if this is working. And it's working. We did some nice preparation from audio to MIDI and change the tone here. Let me play that back solo. Not long enough the end. Let's check again. That's it. Let's check in the mix. So see how we changed the note from the guitar we played in very audio from Cubase. Great option. Another track we got here. We're gonna put them to the left. And the second one to the right to have more stereo speed. Need to phase it out here. Let's check how this is sounding. So it's more sounding epic wide, you know, the guitar. Works great. The beginning is not in time. So I want to use this one, the last one here. This one is in time. And we're gonna even change that to an ambient kind of guitar. Even more like we have right now. So like this. And again, I need to copy that channel again, because I want to have it sounding different. It's centered, not phased, and much more reverb. Maybe even delay or something for the end. Let's check that. Can you hear choir at the end? I don't got it in yet there, but I have the feeling choir would fit there perfectly. Not too loud. But again, to get a feeling for the track, let's listen back again with all the additional stuff we did right now with guitar and drum kit, etc. Because we lost the light faden right now, and let's check if this is still fitting here. I even don't got crashes in here. So let me check if you maybe can bring in even drum kit crashes. Let me check those. Those one. But let's listen back again to the whole track. If this is overall even fitting, okay? working so great. What do you think? I played right now the wrong MIDI note. The beginning, so those were not crashes, but funny wise they are fitting. Let's play back again this part here with those kind of like crashes. It's so perfect to me. We need to take out the snares at the end because they're fighting with damage triples in this area here. So let's check that. Better. We still have plays. Let's go with choirs at the end. Maybe we even get it more epic. We are even more epic than we planned to be. But this is the thing. What do you have on 14? I think 14 is nothing, no. So we go 14 choirs. The very high Oceania choirs, and I already pushed the high frequencies. Get them cutting through the mix because we have now a lot of going on there. So we need to make sure that they are cutting through the mix here. So let's go to performance samples again. Oh, I should have thought this project was frozen right now. Pooh, fear. Oceania women. Get them in. $14. Okay, let's check. Maybe we even need to play them in melody mode, like singled like this. Let's check that. powerful. Do you think that fits? Just need to put it more into the background and let's mix that in. Yeah, I don't want to have the choir playing here sus chord. I want to have it playing straight D. Nice, like it. Like it very much. I would say let's play back the track again and find a proper ending, and then we are almost through. 2.5 hours. That was fast, right? I would say staying on this chord would be perfect ending. On C, let's see, on C. Perfect. Maybe we take the ambient piano. Also with to the end. See how this is working. Very nice, guys. What do you think about the track? Did we make that great? Or don't you like something? So let me check if I can make the mix a little bit more cleaner, especially here in the final climax. We won't need everything. So let me check that again. Drum kit works. Maybe we even don't need the staccato strings here. Let's take them out. Check. I'm sorry, this was the wrong button. This was the light. We need light. Yes, Corinna, you're right. The staccato gives some power to the choir. It sounds a little bit too empty. Even if the staccato strings here are not playing too loud, I just play them solo back. You see, when I just do a small tweak for the fluid stacks, I take them a little bit forward, like 128 till front, so they are sitting a little bit more better in the mix. I don't waste time now to humanize it because we won't hear that in the mix later. So yeah, let's play back the whole track again, and then I would say we are done. I can send everything over to Sylvia and Navarro once I'm done with the mastering, the demo mastering. Okay, let's play back everything and then check that. maybe giving the end that ambient string here. Let's check that again. Perfect. One last listen, that's it, I would say. So guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the stream. This again is for a real life job I'm having right now. I'm composing for a new Universal trailer music album. All tracks gonna be, 12 tracks gonna be by myself. And it will feature a lot of female vocals like Sylvia Navarro, like Clara Sovace, Alina Lesnick, and maybe some others. Even maybe some cello by Zemain Poker, I think is his name. I cannot remember anymore fully. But this is the process how I compose music. I didn't fake anything, so this was straight out of my head, straight out of my feelings today. And I hope you enjoyed it. You found something good out of that. And thank you all for tuning in. If you got questions, just leave your questions below the YouTube video or the Twitch video. It will be on both platforms for on Twitch the next 7 days and always on YouTube. Yeah, just Google for Michael Maas live stream something. And I hope you enjoyed. Great for having you again here in the live chat and the stream. It's getting more and more people each stream. And I hope you enjoyed. If you got things I can make better from the stream, maybe the light or maybe the tone from the microphone or something, let me know, and hope you tune in next time and hope to see you again. Bye bye.